Let's do a deep dive on the attitude indicator, which tells you how much you're pitching as well as the amount of bank that you have. And somehow this is powered by a spinning wheel. So let's find out why and how this device works in this video. Hello everyone, my name is Steve, the Wired Flyer, and I try to break down aviation concepts in a very simple to understand way. Without wasting any more time, let's dive right in. The attitude indicator is super important when flying under IFR as it provides a false horizon line when your senses are failing you. Now, it shows us two main things, which is your pitch, how much you're pitching up or down, as well as your bank angle. So there's obviously that false horizon line, as well as that little orange line in the middle, which represents the airplane. And when you're looking at the pitch lines, the small line there represents a 5-degree pitch. The larger line above it represents a 10-degree pitch, then a 15, and then the largest line would be a 20-degree pitch. And then when looking at the bank angle lines, the arrow in the middle would be 0 degrees, and then the small line represents 10 degrees, another small line would be 20 degrees, and then that larger line is 30 degrees, and then keep on moving along. That arrow is actually 45 degrees, and then that larger line after that would be 60. So the larger lines are 30 degrees until you get to 30, 60. The largest line on the bottom, that would be 90. Some instruments that use a gyro, like the attitude indicator, have a caging or locking mechanism, and you might use it for a couple different reasons. Number one is maybe it tumbles because you hit some rough turbulence or something, and it's giving you a super false reading. So you can cage or lock it. So while you've pulled that knob out and locked it, you can then rotate that knob to manually level it back out. And you could also use it to prevent damage during turbulence. So if you know you're entering some rough situation, you might want to cage the instrument to prevent it from being damaged. So how does the attitude indicator work? Well, it's got a horizontal rotor with two gimbals around it, and those gimbals are attached to the cockpit instrument panel, which is then attached to the airframe. So as the airplane is moving, it's spinning around this horizontal disc, which stays in place due to inertia or rigidity in space. And I recommend just watching this video if you want a deeper dive of gyroscopes and how they work. So these two gimbals hold the spinning rotor, and the inner gimbal senses the pitch, how far you're pitched up or down, whereas the outer rotor is sensing the bank of turn. And the outer gimbal is commonly attached to the instrument casing, rotating around the gyro. The horizon bar, or the false horizon, is fixed in position relative to the spinning rotor. And as the aircraft moves, the instrument case rotates around the gyro, allowing the small orange airplane to appear as if it's moving around. Attitude indicators are typically powered through vacuum systems, but some newer aircraft, or many aircraft even as a backup, are powered electrically. And commonly, if they fail, a little red flag will pop up on the attitude indicator to let you know. Gyroscopes are prone to precession, which over time could cause a little bit of drift, giving you some false readings. And this is self-corrected through pendulous vanes, which are attached to the attitude indicator within the housing. These vanes help the instrument self-correct its alignment through airflow. So as the gyros swing or drift due to precession, gravity causes the pendulous vanes to swing in response. So when tilted, the vanes open up ports which allow the airflow to kind of nudge the gyro back into place, back towards level. The attitude indicator is a very important instrument for pretty obvious reasons, including instrument flying, where you can't really see where you're going. That's going to really help you maintain straight and level flight, because as you're flying, you might lose your senses. So having the attitude indicator will kind of be like your backup brain or backup eyes that can see through the clouds, if you will. So there you guys have it. We did a nice little deep dive of the attitude indicator. If you got any value from this video at all, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And subscribe to join me on the journey from electrician to pilot at 30 years old. Before I let you guys go, keep learning, stay motivated, and chase your dreams. Let's go.